Hello and welcome back to the show. So it's time for the second map, which is going to be Inferno. Dan, you said that FaZe had to win the first. They got wrecked. What's the status?
Well, I think Inferno is quite doable for them, but I feel like Cobblestone is just this is why when I said that, then when I realized, oh wait, it's Cobblestone. Okay, yeah, FaZe they shouldn't be that good there. Oh wait, it's Mousesports, and we've all seen that Mousesports can be really good there.
Yeah.
Because of their CT sides, but their T sides can be such a mess that it can make them look really bad there.
Yeah.
But this is the thing with Mousesports is that sometimes FaZe kind of share this characteristic that because they've got such good individual players, if you put them in these isolated situations where they don't have to react too much, they can play with a teammate on like a setup, team-based setup, just defend this site, here's a bit of info, then they can play super well because they can get the most out of their individual skill. But sometimes on the T side, you need a good leader and good strategies and so on to get your players into position to make the most out of their skill, which can be much more difficult for a lot of teams. So that's why I would say both of these teams right now are a bit more CT-sided. So Mousesports starting on the CT side, I think that's not good news here for FaZe, but we'll have to see.
So Rain's dropping a smoke top mid. I've never seen anybody throw it from that position before, because you can do it from the bench that's in T-spawn. But either way,
better, isn't it?
Huh?
I think that's a lot better, isn't it? I mean, it pops immediately and much faster. And
well, we can talk about that in a second, because there is a bit of an engagement here. NiKo's gone down. So that's basically round one for FaZe. Denis is on the site on his own. He has chrisJ coming in. That's a nice pop flash into the pool. And here come the players. He's got a crossfire. I don't even know if they realise that there's somebody CT. Indeed, they do now, because chrisJ takes down jkaem. T's on the site, though. And the CTs are getting wrecked by Glocks, no less. Bombs getting planted. kioShiMa is holding down construction. So chrisJ and Spiidi are stuck in a bit of a shooting gallery here. Two eyes aside. And the headshots are, I should say, not coming in, but there's one for chrisJ. Manages to reload as well. Spiidi coming in for support. And now the FaZe team, or what's left of them, the clan, just playing shenanigans. Got some tagged players down to a 1 versus 2 now. chrisJ, though, with no kit. I think Spiidi had one, maybe. But, ooh, that's a nice one tap. Indeed, he's finding the kit, but can he find kioShiMa in time? kioShiMa's just holding angle towards the barrels, and he need not peek again. So chrisJ will save the kit, which I love. Yes, he has armor as well, but I love the idea of second round defuse kits, Dan.
Yeah. You can always get into a winnable situation on the second round in CS:GO, especially on Inferno. It's a pretty good map for a force buy. It's quite justifiable. I think the thing is though is that most teams who have a respectable CT side, you're going to want to get the nades and out and maybe the AWP possibility on that fourth round buy. I think for most teams that's going to be the priority, but a lot of teams these days, they have a lot of fun with the force buys, so they pick the force buys. Anyway, if you make a lot of frags on both rounds, it can justify it, but never mind. For the Eeks, might see some highlight reel stuff here. Let's have a look. What have we got? I hope their FaZe have a good anti-force buy round, James.
Yeah, there's a wallbang to the car position from the very beginning of T-Apps, but I wonder what it's like with the Deagles. But I'll come to that another day. So FaZe are getting wrecked by Deagles, Dan! There's only 2 of them left.
James.
There's only 2 left, Dan.
They did exactly the thing that you do, like the worst thing that you can do.
What's that, Dan?
Force buy round is go 1 by 1 in untradeable locations against the pistols in close range.
Did they go into apps?
Yeah, one went out the balcony by himself, one went up mid by himself. And one thing is that if the timing works out, if the coordination works out, then it actually could be okay. But the coordination didn't work out, and it's like one guy died.
Apps is really a good idea.
The next guy died from HP. And the next guy died.
I mean, one of the issues with the Deagle especially is that it's such close quarters. If they choose to push the CTs, then they're almost guaranteed to get 2 close range meat shots, which means you're dead. 30 seconds left. There are still 2 Ts alive. So he's got to be careful. Oh, with 7 HP, he's going to take down aizy and leave next to finish off the last one. And a headshot for Rain. Oh, that was a brutal force buy by Mousesports. Brutal, Dan.
And if you consider that resets FaZe's economy, obviously, and they have to go for force buy here. And this is basically like the way that you can get the best possible money early game as the CT side, is if you lose the pistol and then win the... They didn't even force buy it, to be honest. They did. A lot of the players left a lot of money in the bank, like $700, $800 in the bank. So it wasn't even a full force from them. They got loads of nades here. So they're going to be looking quite good on the defense. And we get an apps rush from FaZe, Tech 9s and some grenades.
Where are they going with it, though? back in the day, you used to see a smoke land in the truck window to allow Ts to rush out and make it harder for the C's Ts to see them. Although in this situation, they would still have difficulty just simply getting sprayed down. But it seems they're going to make an initial presence towards A and then move away. kioShiMa is still close in apps, as you can see him there in the yellow outline. chrisJ is going to drop a smoke over towards B. So Next can re-smoke it a bit later on if he's over there. I believe he is. And, well, there's a minute on the clock here. FaZe have moved the bomb over towards the B bomb site. They will wait for the smoke to disappear. But again, Next still has... I know he doesn't have a smoke now, so... There is a Molotov, though, onto NiKo. That's going to be a bit of a problem. So are FaZe going to commit? Denis is holding a flashbang to bounce off the barrels into the running Ts, although it might come a bit slow. I think NiKo's molly was a bit too far back as well, so the players can indeed see, but they're still going to go down to the MP7 of Denis. NiKo's got the crossfire if needed as well. Denis has gone down, but from the back, Rain will take NiKo, and the bomb is going to get planted. aizy was in CT spawn as well, but the flank's been taken down.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. This is actually winnable now for FaZe. Rain here, he's got to hit this shot, and there you go. The shadow to give the position away. This face is looking good for Rain as well. So the jump through with the Tech 9, almost getting another frag, leaving things to jkaem, but he'll get tagged by construction. That's a very hard situation to deal with now for jkaem on 24 HP on the generator. He'll die, and the defuse will come in. But that was very worrying. I mean, NiKo, he was just standing on coils, kind of trusting his teammate, maybe a little bit too much. His teammate eventually died, and he got shot in the back there by the player that sneakily went in through construction. But they saved the round, and the bomb went down for FaZe, and some kills were won as well. So it's actually a pretty big win, I think, for FaZe. I think some teams would consider in this situation a forced buy as well, because of the kind of pressure you can apply to the CT economy. But I think FaZe are really gonna need that full buy to have their best chance in a round. So, well, it looks like we have a technical difficulty with one of the players. I think one of them has...
But we don't have it, Dan. They
have it. But we're having...
It's their problem, damn it.
But we're having their issues, James. They're giving their issues to us.
We are being subjected to it. That is correct.
And it's causing delay for us.
That's also correct, Dan.
Yeah.
So, it's been fixed now. But it's because we're on a short delay. It will be unpaused in about a minute's time. So, FaZe are definitely up against it at the moment. This is their map. Now, last time we watched them on Inferno, I always nerd out about Fox's CT position.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you do.
Because
even when they're not playing.
I know, because I just don't understand it.
Match.
He's played that position on the corner, right, for so long. And if you're on the tree position, you can get to the tree without being seen and throw a nade over the roof, which will land on his head. That's like half his life gone guaranteed. I've never tried to double nade from there, but like if you do it on a pistol round, for example, you're doing like 80 damage with a nade there if someone's holding that angle. If you're doing it on a full buy round, that's like 50. You could probably double nade him from another spot. But no one ever does it, Dan. Never. It's nuts.
We saw it in NA, I think, one time. Like in North America, there was a team that did it. I forget which. And we were like, and you were like, oh my God, someone actually finally did it. But they're not playing against FaZe, so it's really sad.
Nobody does it against FaZe. It's crazy. Like if you go back to the match they had with Envy in Cluj, right? That long Inferno.
That was a long time ago now as well. That's like 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Yeah. Well, just imagine.
Half a year ago, James. That was our first major.
Imagine if you saw those nades go out. Yeah. What would have happened then? Might have been a short game.
What you gonna do? Yeah, no auto sniper save from MBK needed. But like FaZe, Envious have also sort of faded a bit since Cluj. And from the results, I think that was still those two teams' best results in this 6 month period. Since then. Yeah. Either way, we're going to move into the next round where the money is good for Mousesports, and so is the timing on the smoke grenade. That's going to give Mousesports a free frag almost for versus 5 now. And what you going to do, Mr. FaZe players? They're going to die, James.
Meat shots. Well, it's another round out of the way. Let's see the money on the T side. Now the buy is indeed coming up. Reasonable amount of nades as well. Spiidi has a good spawn actually. He could run over mid into second mid if he chose to.
So James, only one player on the server has no frags right now. Would you like to wager a guess as to who it is? Let me spoil that for you, James. It's NiKo.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's not good. Look,
he's 003 right now.
They're carrying, Dan. They're carrying.
It's true, it's true.
Imagine NiKo 007 and just imagine, oh, Fox and kioShiMa have just been naded in a fashion which Fox should be naded every day then. Well, they've been naded top mid and it appears to have scared them off. Got the counter nades coming in from the CTs, which perhaps they're trying to bait now. Will that come into play a bit later on? We shall find out. There are still 3 mollies, tons of flashes, and a few smokes onto the CT side with 1 smoke.
I like that wallbang that Rangers attempted whilst jumping. If you can get someone to crouch underneath you and you can actually just spray into the angle well, basically where James was talking about on the corner there, and you can spray into it. Not many people do that, but ooh, it's aizy going to get caught here. This setup, I love this setup. I love being the guy in the corner where Denis is. Oh, he's got the pop flash ready and everything. This is going to be this is basically where the round can be won or lost right here. Let's see how these trade frags go. There's the first one from Denis. He gets the second as well right now as he peeks across, but he's stuck in this corner. Can he get some support coming in from Archside from Library? He tries to get out of there, but he is just completely pinned in. The fire comes, and that's a 3 versus 3 now. So FaZe actually sort of salvaged that. And with 30 seconds left, they've got to get their skates on. They've got to get onto a bomb site. They've picked the A site. Spiidi waits on the truck.
He's got 3 to deal with, but he's not going to do it. Next coming in. But again, how's he not going to get traded here? jkaem sees him through the corner of the smoke, so FaZe might be back to winning ways here versus Mousesports. NiKo alone now versus 3. Got money in the bank, so it looks like he's probably going to go for it. Probably desperate for his first kill on the board as well. Just dancing around the smoke. And the double pick should surely be coming in now he's made his presence known. That molly would be nice to, well, he wants to win around here, so fair enough. But no, if he doesn't, then the molly would be nice to hold and throw into that corner at the end, as Rain may choose to save there. And then he would be screwed, Dan, because of the Molotov. He'd have to move closer to the bomb, and then the bomb would blow him up.
It would be hard to get all the way around there, though, from Arch side.
No, he threw it in the spot from where he was.
All right, I see.
I mean, Rain was in the pit saving.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Double AWP's coming out, Dan.
Double AWP Dopio.
Oh, no!
Oh, it doesn't hit anyone, so it's okay. I don't think they would have done anything to the CTs really anyway, so it's all good. There's the pop flash and the peak, but it's not too effective for Mousesports. No early advantage for them. It's quite funny to see 2 AWPs, and then you see the other end of the spectrum. One guy's on like the Poverty UMP, and one guy's on a Deagle. The Deagle can never be Poverty, because the Deagle is always God tier. But we'll have to see if FaZe can get some entries here. This is very important for them if they want to be able to start swinging things back into their favor. Quick smoke grenade there from the T's to allow a bit of obscurity, easy access through the balcony onto the pit perhaps. This Mousesports still waiting here. They feel this very strong presence, but they're not sure that when it's actually going to hit them. And
You sound like a palm reader, Dan. They
Yeah.
feel this presence,
There's
but when is it going to
presence.
hit them? Can we exercise it first?
They're still waiting.
Yeah, 4 over towards A for the CT side. And Denis goes for some information top mid, punished for it by kioShiMa. There are smokes over towards the arch area as well. Will FaZe commit though? That's the question. There are 35 seconds left on the clock and still 3 CTs here to deal with. Next, just waiting with that Eagle. Oh, straight in the face of Rain. Doesn't get traded, moves back now, and his teammates can try and help him. Rotation coming in with the 4th man, chrisJ, to take down jkaem. He will get traded, but still, the CTs have a few numbers here. Just the one now, the UMP to crush aizy. Bomb gets planted as Fox tries to cover.
Yeah, good tracking there. And there's fast frag by Spiidi. Now things get quite doable. NiKo, oh, there it is. Gets the kill onto kioShiMa. And what I wonder was that NiKo's first frag. Doesn't really matter anyway. I mean, it's a bit of a novelty factor just talking about it, but there you go. It's just funny because obviously NiKo's usually just wrecking everyone all the time. But of course, only 6 rounds have been played, so double up will continue onwards. And I did like Spiidi's tracking. His tracking mechanics there on the player jumping out the balcony is very good. Especially as the recoil for the UMP is very favorable and when someone's dropping like that. But anyway, 3 Tech 9s, 2 AKs, the force, of course, from FaZe.
Double ups continue for the CT side. Still very early days here in Inferno. We are just over a third of the way into the first half. So chrisJ, did he have a good spawn? Well, the jump will make it irrelevant. So that's not a good smoke, actually. well, you can see why. But the flash, will chrisJ be punished? No, he manages to escape. And he is being chased by Rain all the way in CT spawn. Does he have any idea? I'm not sure if he does. Misses the peak. He needs his teammates to come in. Denis with the save. That is brilliant. NiKo holding things down towards B. And FaZe looking to charge everywhere. We have the Molotovs coming in. That's a really nice flash into the pool as well, which means if a T's face, they will get flashed, they will face. NiKo will go down, but a bomb is still, bomb site is still with the CTs.
This flashes did so well at delaying the T's onto the site. Now Denis is in position by the coils. Oh, there's the jump across from kioShiMa. He's going to get dinked in the face. And we'll finally go down to chrisJ. Bomb needs to be planted, but jkaem cannot get it done. He's faced from all sides. And that will be another round there for the Mousesports side. They've certainly not had an easy time since FaZe started to buy and get a couple of rounds, in an extra round on the board and got a bit more money. They're always dangerous, but Mousesports do seem to be hanging on fairly well at the moment. And a double AWP is not something you commonly see on Inferno. To be honest, very seldomly.
Yeah, it's just such a risk in terms of economy on a map which can be quite testing to your economy. NiKo with a very nice snap. FaZe just charging out. jkaem, the sacrifice, Dan. He was put on the pyre, and now he's dead. There.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? No nades, nothing really. aizy's got a dig. kioShiMa's got a dig. But NiKo's got an AWP. There he stands. Oh, give me those frags. What a flick. NiKo delivering again. Now Denis can support the crossfire. It's good, baiting them into NiKo's crosshairs. Denis will make the frag though, and he's going to be able to do more than enough for the team to survive the round with 0 losses.
Clean.
Absolutely not many nades expended either.
That's one spot where I like HEs. Not over a particular nade, but just generally speaking, like if somebody's playing close to the wall next to car, you can bounce a nade off the back wall to land at their feet. And it is pretty horrible for them. Although,
glorious.
As always, HEs are very
glorious,
very random in terms of,
right.
Are we doing 10 damage or are we doing 60? So yeah. NiKo's alone to start with over towards B. Mousesports having a read that FaZe are tired of getting wrecked over there. So they'll put 4 over towards A early, and that means aggression. chrisJ has no answer, but Denis has a trade. Fast round coming in again from FaZe. It started off well. 2 of the 3 players are pretty tagged for the CTs, but the CTs have the bomb now, and FaZe Rain is alone.
But this is what Rain does when he's alone. Is almost when he's at his most dangerous, most unexpected to make good plays.
If this read comes off.
But Rain is good, very good in positions to make good plays from like this.
I pray Spiidi jumps. It will just be so worth it, even if the CT's win the round. Oh, looking for the trade flag. They're finding him as well, but just about misses the head. Look at this play from Rain. That's absolutely beautiful. Almost gets the second one. Spiidi now. He's still got the bomb forced out of his position by the Molotov. He can't. Oh, it's bounced off the wall, but Rain gets the frag regardless. Is he actually going to 1v3 this? He's got loads of time and has no idea where NiKo is. NiKo coming in from the back. 35 seconds left now. Is this another highlight reel for Rain?
Yeah, he's so smart at playing these positions. He gets that info immediately, knows he has a lot of time to work with. I think he had over a minute when he started the clutch. And he slowly just outplayed these players in these 1 versus 1, and now he's up against NiKo. Bomb finally get planted. Did he spot NiKo there? Looks like he did. Waiting NiKo for the peek. Oh, NiKo straight through the little wooden beam there in the face of Rain to put everything to a close. But Rain, he played that so well. He just, the thing is with Rain, like if you give him one-on-ones, even if you're, let's say like you have the guy in pit, for example, there, Rain will find a way to outplay you. He's one of the best players in that position in the clutch. I think one of the reasons why Rain can be so clutch as well is because he's so cerebral in this sense that he'll take all the data or the information that he has, and in his mind he constructs a way to handle the situation. Where some players are just like, oh, I just need to get this shot or try to get this shot. They're a bit more emotional. I feel like because he sets everything up in his head, kind of before it happens, it allows him to be very focused. I think that's usually a mark of a very good clutch player, just being intelligent like that.
It's very much he's a bit of a poker player in that sense, because he sees himself basically. He looks at the 2 guys and he's like, what do these 2 guys want to do? What are they expecting from me? And what are they going to try to do to close the situation out? So he puts himself onto the double stack on the site to get himself to 1 versus 1, having a read on where the player's probably going to play to allow himself to be isolated without being paranoid enough to check behind him, and then vice versa with the pit and the other player as well. So super smart stuff by Rain. You don't see that
I'm
very
just
often.
glad that he has the individual skill that backs it up, because obviously there's been a lot of cases in the past where you get players who are really smart, but they just never quite have the skill ceiling, mechanically and otherwise. But Rain does. He's in that sense. He's that's one of the.
Rain's got the aim.
This is why when we saw that run through in Cluj, when the whole team was so good and they got so far, we got to see loads more of Rain. Everyone suddenly was like, whoa, wait a second, this guy is actually incredibly sick. And I think what people were giving him the respect to be maybe top 3 clutcher in the world, just how smart he was. But anyway. Back into new round. FaZe last round very fast. They want to take the aim battles. Last round they got them and ended up in a 1 versus 3 for Rain. This time it's not looking all that much better either. Looks like a very similar round. They take the aim battles 1 versus 1 all over the place, and Mousesports seem to have a better understanding or just a better execution in these 1 versus 1s to get that advantage again. And now they still have 2 ops to fall back on. They still got loads of grenades. This is looking way more hopeless than the previous round. At least Rain is still alive. I don't know where do you go for advantages in this spot? Got to make a huge play. That's all you can do. And it looks like they want to do it against NiKo with an AWP, and Denis there sort of on the crossfire with support with the rifle. And chrisJ, he's going to get the luck up mids.
They have 2 smokes, and that is it. NiKo says no.
Oh my goodness!
This is a Fox S cold of the big bomb site, but perhaps even more disgusting. That was just purely gross.
Almost fell out my chair, James.
That was gross, Dan.
It looks so funny because obviously when you're crab walking like he was there, you actually can remain quite accurate. So obviously that's why the shot gets hit. But it's so unexpected because people rarely kind of go for those plays.
So it looks like Fox is resigned to holding on to the AK. He's got $100 in the bank here. So FaZe have seen happier days, Dan.
Yeah, I think it's really unlucky for FaZe, right? Because they start both maps on the T side. And the T side is definitely much less comfortable for them. And hell, on this one, they won the pistol round. Then they obviously, it was a good play by Mousesports and a improper anti-force buy from FaZe. But then they get reset straight away. So FaZe are up against a really sick CT economy, and they've never had control of economically of the match. So yeah, they're just, it's unfortunate, but Mousesports absolutely deserve this. They're playing the CT side very well.
Counter nades coming in, and again it's a fast play from FaZe with next to nothing basically. So Fox is carrying the AK, but all of his teammates are forced up. So perhaps you'd throw the AK to an entry since he is the AWPer on the team. We saw this yesterday as well, didn't we? We saw this yesterday in North America. I want to say Whitmer. I want to say it was Whitmer who had the only rifle on the team, and he's an AWPer. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to take this AK or M4, whatever it was, and everyone else can have pistols, even though perhaps somebody who is an entry. A lot of teams can get an entry.
A lot of teams somehow make this play. I don't know. It's weird.
Teams of coaches and in-game leaders. What are they doing, Dan? That's the question. So the push comes in. kioShiMa is going to be the first one to go down to the crossfire with Denis as well, spraying with the M4 towards the pool area. NiKo, here's one at the back, and the back has gone down. aizy with the only frag of the round for the FaZe team, picking up the AK, which maybe he should have had from the start, Dan.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think even seeing this kind of stuff happening as far back as maybe like DreamHack Winter in 2014. I think it was actually where like Fifth Laren was playing with NIP, and Fifth Laren like had a rifle, and Get Right and Forest didn't. And I was just like, what?
I remember Thorin. Like, Thorin made a point of that actually, which is what brought it to my attention in the first place.
Yeah, that was the classic situation that I saw, which that's like the most extreme almost of that, because especially back then when their form was so good, those 2 players. Anyway, another push into NiKo. I mean, it seems to be the same story over and over again. FaZe continually looking to try and find advantages by going for one-on-ones where they aren't favored, basically peeking into the defensive setups of Mousesports without using the proper setups or grenades to destabilize the setup so they can have an advantage, isolate a player or something.
They have HEs, Dan. They could HE that position. That's the position that Fox plays. It is susceptible, Dan.
Jesus.
To HEs!
James is you should make a video on it.
Nade it!
Just make a video and just get people to get it onto Reddit or something. I don't know.
I try to do that on pistol rounds as well, but often if you move towards B, everyone starts moving too fast and then it becomes kind of redundant. But somebody holds on the pistol round, guaranteed assist minimum. It's 80 damage if it lands on pistol, like straight in the face.
All right, well, here it is. We've got next, possibly against Free. This could be a positive trade situation and an advantage on the engagement because there's no real support for Next, not in a direct engagement. I don't believe. Actually, there is a player by Blue Truck, so he could run forwards if Next has some trouble here to try to go for trades. First frag, completely free. Look how delayed the second peak is. Spiidi takes that one down. He's got the angle there, and now it's Spiidi and NiKo chiming in. So very, again, the thing is, okay, Mousesports are handling it well, but to a degree, you should be expecting more out of FaZe to deny these setups from Mousesports, essentially. That said, you never know if a CT side, unless you've got the info first, if they're going to play 2 arch side or 2 on quad. That can be a difference, because if you try to attack the quad guy from mid and from boiler, and they've got a guy on blue truck, as they did in that round, then okay, sure, it is much more difficult, unless, of course, you have the flashes for that. But again, it does seem a little bit rudimentary, doesn't it? Some of these plays.
So, I mean, we didn't see FaZe. Well, last time I said we didn't see FaZe's CT side, but that's because I think they stomped the map on the T side.
Yeah.
But this time it's the opposite, and maybe we won't see it for the other reason.
Yeah, Mousesports definitely on, very, very good lately, actually, in particular. Individually, pretty much all of them, in fact. That's the thing that's really made the difference, I think, recently for Mousesports, or being the biggest difference, is that they can always save a map with their CT sides, because even Spiidi and Denis, often very overlooked, massively have stepped their game up recently. So massive props to them. And once again, let's see if this time if FaZe can cause issue, if they can make the defense difficult for the CT side. And here we go. They've managed to gain middle, but Mousesports have given up middle to an extent. So Mousesports sort of allowed them to take mid.
Who smoked top mid? I'm trying to think, because I mean, Mouse have been playing it, leaving it open, right? And getting the frags, but there it was smoked, which could have been a CT smoke, but the CT's backed off and put Molotovs down as the pop flash came in, and FaZe pushed through. So they just seem to be a step ahead of FaZe the whole way at the moment. There's even a player on Speedway, I think it's Denis, to support chrisJ here should he need it, but well, maybe he will. The FaZe team all committed to the A site here. Now the push is finally coming in towards short. There's a player on the site as well. chrisJ's got to be watching his back because no one else is there to do it. Next gets traded. chrisJ coming in now, taking down Fox. Even in a 4 versus 3. Oh, kioShiMa picked out of the sky like a clay pigeon there.
Absolutely nice dropping headshot found by aizy with the spray. But there's NiKo, there's Denis as well on the defense, and they will catch the remaining players. And this is another case whereby, exactly as you said, Mousesports are a step ahead because they already had 4 players to that defense before anything really happened. We saw FaZe committing massively into the pit side of the site, and it took them so long to clear the pit that basically didn't allow them to plant, and they didn't allow them to smoke off library side and isolate the AWPers away from the bomb site or away from angles. So it was really nicely done by Mousesports, and FaZe once again feel like they're missing a few details to really make these plays come together.
Another fast play from aizy and the rest of the team. And because of his flying parkour shenanigans, he manages to get a frag onto Next there. Very unfortunate for Next. chrisJ trying to hold things down again. Got plays on short, plays in the balcony as well. They could line up, they're not going to, they're going to fire instead. 4 versus 2, and FaZe look good for a 3rd round here. NiKo alone with 3 more to find. Never count him out though, we've seen it time and time again. Thought he took jkaem down, but it's the X-ray. Yeah. So aizy and jkaem heavily tagged, but again with the AWP, it might not matter so much. Though he is charging with the Tech 9 now. Seems NiKo is committed to trying to do something here, or is he? He's got $10,000 in the bank. That is some serious bunny hopping.
That's serious.
That is the most I think I've seen in a professional match. That was absurd. Well, he's trying to kill as many people as possible, and all these players are going to die, Dan. It's that simple.
It's so funny because I actually do wonder what would have happened had he killed jkaem with the grenade, because the nade was spot on and jkaem went down to 2 HP. So if he gets that kill, he probably feels like pit is likely going to be clear. So he's going to push in from quad side. And then I wonder if NiKo's just going to hit those shots then. Because of course running around, he loses so much time. It's hard for him to play engagements at that point. So So yeah, NiKo at that point is having fun. Their bank is so good, they don't care. They've already got 11 rounds on the CT side. They are loving this.
NiKo full FPL mode.
Yeah, oh yeah.
As simple said after playing CLG at the major. Well, Mousesports have 3 towards A, all on the short side, or quad, if you will.
But FPL, I do like that.
aizy moving in towards the apps once again, but he won't be as lucky as he was last time. I mean, did that kill where aizy's just flying through the apps? Does that kill give them the opening they need to win the round? If so, doesn't bode well for the rest of the map.
Absolutely, that's essentially the difference. Is that what happened there is that aizy gets a frag so quickly before Mousesports have really set themselves up, or really can get a bearing as to what's going on. So that kind of level of speed can be very, very potent. But as you say, that's not really easily replicable. But this time it looks like just the 1v1s here, the picks are going to be won by FaZe. Again, this is a round for NiKo and Denis to just have some fun, isn't it? I mean, it's the last round of the half. They can just go for it and just, whatever. Just go full FPL. Let's go. Oh.
Well, taken down from the back. NiKo now. It's going to be a harder one because he's in a crossfire, but Rain is not going to wait. He's going to give him the 1 versus 1. NiKo wants to look at his knife, and that is going to cost him his life.
His life.
Life. Well, I mean, 4 rounds. The thing is, 4 rounds. I almost said Thorin and 4 rounds. 4 rounds is a lot better than 3. It's not just like, oh, it's 1 more round, James. Like, it has a lot more significance because, there is a slight margin for error. Obviously, that would not be ideal for FaZe in this situation. But it gives them, I think it's, if you could put their chance in percentages based on rounds and maybe historical data or something, I think it would be a significant jump in percentage versus having 3 rounds going into the CT side. But I'm not enough of a mathematician, Dan, to expand on my nonsense mathematics.
Sure.
I could be a fraud, Dan, but I think I'm going in the right direction.
There used to be a rule where, the casters should never do math, but I mean,
I'm not a stupid caster. I can do maths.
The thing is, like, talking and doing math at the same time can be difficult, James. You're going to trip yourself up. But it's like there will be the tripping up of the players. Moving up Banana here for the CT side as they lose jkaem on defense. Immediately falling by the car, and now it's down to kioShiMa on the sites. He's got a player who's going to be helping him out from construction, but Kio needs to get a lot done. And he is doing that. He's got 1 frag, a lot of damage on the second, and that's going to open up Fox for the distraction, allowing the CTs to actually hold the bomb site and take control of the bomb. And NiKo is going to get himself a quick kill into aizy there. The full frontal lobotomy. And now it's down to the USP and NiKo. No Kevlar, 50 HP. He's got time. And 2 players. Can he get his rain on? Can he get jacked into the matrix here and find a way to win this round? This is going to be tough. Oh, he's trying to bait Fox. Oh, come on, I know you want to peek me. I know you're frag hungry. Come and get me. But it appears that they have discipline, James.
I think NiKo has a good read of where the CTs are going to be most of the time, which is why he was so focused on that position. But Fox is refusing to peek, and now NiKo's doubting himself. 40 seconds left, though, and he can make it into construction completely undetected here. So now the question is, like, I think Fox can get taken down without being spotted unless he faces as he is doing at the moment. Or the shadows are a problem for NiKo.
Yeah.
He probably forgot about his own shadow in that position, because obviously, if he was aware of it, he would probably peak a bit faster. But then, the other problem is there's a fair chance he's going to get double peaked.
I think
purely for the way he wasn't peaked previously. I don't know. It was a bad situation for NiKo.
I think when you start playing with and against very, very good players, 2 of the biggest things that you almost immediately learn or start to learn is all the pop flash timings, so like all the positions. So you know exactly like when to look away, expect when to look away to not get caught by devastating pop flashes, but also shadows. Those are 2 nuances that can change everything. Oh, look, NiKo. I feel bad for him, man.
Man after my own heart.
It's like face the wall and got sprayed in the back by an SMG. Didn't even see who killed him, James. Didn't even get to look him in the eyes.
Man after my own heart, Dan. Nobody facing angle in mid, so just casually walk into mid. But no one had his back. So he was indeed shot down in the back.
Well, Rain had his back, clearly.
That's also correct.
It's on his wall now.
It's on a meat hook, Dan, in his basement.
It's,
In Rain's grimy basement.
wow.
Got like, I don't know.
All the heroes that he slays in the
Human
basement.
flesh in the fridge.
You're saying he's Hannibal?
I didn't say he's eating
Or
it.
like Hannibal.
It's just in the fridge.
Just alright, fair enough. For no purpose at all. Actually going to get some challenges here. Obviously one frag made onto Frame. And, you know, with a decent play, you never know. I've got another frag on the P250. Oh, the drop from aizy. It's a little bit tough to get that frag for aizy, so he's going to get taken down in all the kerfuffle, the madness, the craziness. And now it's going to be down to Fox and jkaem on a retake. 2 versus 2. Then it's very low, of course, but the smoke is down to obscure things a little bit. chrisJ, he needs to get some kills here. There's the first one. Will he get the distraction for his teammate to get the frag? Oh, no, Denis couldn't make the frag. He had the opportunity there. It was given to him by chrisJ, who picked up 3 frags, but the round will be won by FaZe after all. However, 4 kills and a bomb plant with this much loss bonus. I think they should have more than enough to buy. If not, they're going to force it, I think they would consider forcing it here. It's one of those weird ones because a force buy could get you a really... So there's 2 ways to look at this, right? So by not force buying, you guarantee that you have a really strong buy in the next round, which is good. And if you have this many rounds already in the lead, do you really need to risk force buying and maybe lose a couple rounds to get that advantage of maybe 2 or 3 rounds?
Yeah, they are 5 rounds ahead, but they're also 5 rounds behind, taking it 2-0, and that is a big leap on the T side. So I think that safety is the key.
Yeah, I actually am inclined to agree. I think the safer play here is definitely good.
Yeah, because it's not like they need 2 rounds. If they needed 2 rounds, then maybe you go for a force. But they need 5 rounds.
Yeah, the advantage is a little bit too marginal. It's like it's a nice buffer right now. It gives them some security, and they could just blow it on 1 force buy immediately. So, but again, you know, they know that the buy is going to be a bit weird for FaZe, and indeed they got 2 SMGs and a FAMAS, and no AWP. And here you go. The push comes into top mid. They take some map control away from FaZe, who don't have the information yet, but they're about to find out. Here goes Rain. First player, he was weak. NiKo is dead. And where's the response here? There's the double peek. And finally, the trade comes in. But 3 versus 4. I think Mousesports have a good opportunity here.
Oh, awkward. Oh, but the P90 comes out, so surely Denis is going to get fully wrecked. Indeed, he is. Fox down to 9 HP, but he's got the P90, that's for sure. He can throw the P90 down to one of his teammates and take an M4 for it, because that's definitely the gun you want to save.
I like that position as well, like where he's I forget which T player it was, but who was dodging Fox's P90, but he's like, I'm gonna keep dodging so that you waste bullets. Oh god, you still have bullets. Why do you still have bullets? All right, it's the P90. It's just like endless bullets.
Mousesports could have taken down 3 players there. They took down 2, which is fairly reasonable. chrisJ coming out on the T side AWP as well.
Nice.
Quite curious to see how this will be used. No AWP onto Fox here, but this is the problem. If Mousesports fail here, then there's a fair chance that FaZe will grab the AWP, and then Fox will be on an AWP instead of a P90. And that's bad news for Mousesports, unless, Dan, they know how to nade the corner. Yeah,
an AWP is actually really, really strong, especially against teams that like to, kind of like Astralis, like really love to preserve their grenades as much as possible. Ooh, the tag down to 11. That's really unfortunate for chrisJ. That's so annoying because chrisJ wants to be able to sit on angles aggressively a little bit.
Goodbye.
And now he's just going to, he's going to get followed up by the grenade. So really nice play from FaZe. That's a big danger out of the round. Although I say that, NiKo's going to actually just try to fill the shoes of chrisJ and try to get the advantage back with an aim battle. Here we go. Waiting on the angle. This is what chrisJ wanted to do. Ooh, NiKo's going to go for it. Oh, the flick. Oh, and he doesn't get traded because he's able to just run through the flames. That's a beast play from NiKo. I think chrisJ would be quite proud.
That is a nutty peak, I must say.
He saw the trajectory of the grenade, and he's like, his brain, James, his brain knew.
He's in the Matrix, Dan. He's Morpheus.
Yeah.
He's not Trinity. Well, Execute coming over towards the B bomb site. There is a crossfire here for the CTs. No counter flashes coming out from the CTs that I can see. The molly coming out late for Fox. And there's doing some work there. Next goes down. And the rest of the players are indeed behind the smoke. And now he rattles off 50 bullets, no less. Denis takes one in the face. The AWP is not saved after all. The rotation coming in from the CTs takes him away from second mid, where the AWP was. However, jkaem could drop one, but then he'd have no nades. But indeed, Fox has 8 grand in the bank. And he has dropped his weapon, and here it comes, a big green gun. Now, to his defense, yes, he's very susceptible to grenades on the corner, but he also sometimes, very occasionally, but sometimes, goes aggressive car instead and takes that, well, more vulnerable angle. So we'll see what the setup is here. And indeed, he was on the corner, but they're just going to charge him and take him down to Tech 9's. NiKo continuing to push. His teammates coming in as well. jkaem is in trouble.
And NiKo's picked up the orb. Oh, it goes down straight away. Matt perhaps didn't realize that he had the orb. Just wanted to get onto the bomb site. And hey, you've got some deagle kills going on here, but the health is ridiculously low right now for these Ts, and they will be all eliminated, it looks like. Next, get anything else out here? Looks like he won't. So the defense is okay, losing 2 players. But as you say, you know, that corner position is vulnerable to a couple of things. It's vulnerable to the pre-nades. It's vulnerable to a
couple things.
It's also vulnerable to the rush because it's hard to fall back from that spot. If players are trying to peek it with rifles or something, okay, that's a different story. But if it's normally pistols, then yeah, you're probably gonna die.
Normally, how they do it is Fox fires a shot, and if he runs away, then jkaem pops. He drops the smoke, and then he moves to cart and keeps aggressive and just goes for spray downs when they come in, because it's hard to see him there. So this is the other position I was talking about, closer to the car, even more aggressive for Fox. And he rarely misses the strafing Ts. That's a perfect example. Doesn't get away with it though. jkaem a bit too far back, a bit too precautionary there.
Yeah, I mean, off the very classic setup that's old as CS almost is, you hear a shot and then you throw the flash, regardless of whether they make the shot, just so that they can get out of harm's way. When I say they, I mean the support player. So jkaem, what?
Next, what are you doing?
Next, ran through the smoke.
I think.
Like, oh god, I'm on fire.
He jumped on the sandbags to avoid it, and then he appeared to fall off, and he was in a corner.
Oh my god!
So he couldn't escape.
Oh my god!
Free kill, gratis.
That is not good.
That's bad.
Yeah, Mousesports, they're not having the best luck on their T side, but as you know, as I was alluding to previously, you're going to see a stronger FaZe on the CT side of most maps. I should say, maybe all maps. So I could hesitate.
Well, are we seeing a stronger FaZe, or are we seeing a weaker Mousesports?
As well,
or both?
Exactly. No, yeah, it goes both ways. That's the thing with these two teams. They're both able to better use their individual skill on the CT side. I think it just makes
holding the angles.
Absolutely, you don't have to have as much depth to your strategies.
Don't have to think as much.
And you can respond to information, but you can also choose to be more passive to your responses, and you don't have to take as many risks. Risks can be good if players really know how to interpret information. 20
seconds, and not much information as to the setup, but this is not going to be easy for the T side. The trade's coming in, but they must assume that somebody is over towards pit. It was aizy. aizy is now dead, so we've got a 2-man retake here. FaZe coming out from one from CT and one up mid.
Big kill from NiKo. If they don't clear the pit player immediately, the round is over. So that's very important. He does go down to 10 HP though. That's going to make his life very hard. Oh my god, I don't know what's worse. Oh, we'll talk about in a second here. The spray comes in from kioShiMa. He had a teammate right next to him to trade with as well, if that wasn't going to go well. But yeah, that was quite funny because 10 HP on NiKo, he's like trying to push library side or get close to the smoke. That's exactly where his teammate's throwing him on the top. It's pretty nice. So, looks like we have a pause coming up. Just a little bit of time as there's once again some connection issues. I think on chrisJ this time. So 10-11 right now, and the money is not perfect here for FaZe, despite the fact that they've been doing quite well on their CT side. They've sustained losses on a lot of these rounds where we've just seen just some deagles from Mousesports. So it doesn't look perfect for FaZe, but they're chugging out the rounds, they're churning through them. And Mousesports do look to be struggling, not in exactly the same way as FaZe were, but they are also finding it hard. Like, how can we just get these T rounds? They seem
likely here because I don't see, unless it's just a war of attrition that Mousesports happen to behind Mousesports now. And again, I feel like maybe Mousesports needed the 12-3 round to take it. Within a reasonable time. The way things are going, we might. I think 3 maps is probably likely here because I don't see, unless it's just a war of attrition that Mousesports happen to win the coin flip in one situation, which helps them take a round. I don't see how they're going to take 5 rounds.
I think the way that Mousesports win this, I think there's only one way that they win this, and I think that's if they're able to break FaZe's economy and then force a situation where FaZe don't have money. Maybe they don't have money for an AWP. But maybe their money is a little bit worse, where they're in this marginal situation where they kind of have to buy, but they don't have enough money for all the grenades. They don't have enough money for the AWPs. That kind of level of economy. If they can put that FaZe into that position, I think Mousesports can win the game, because that's one of those spots where Inferno can spiral out of control, because you can't play the setups that you want to play. Generally speaking, you don't have enough utility to play against the slow rounds of an OKT side, and that's where Mousesports can find a lot more advantages. But right now, FaZe, they're playing just like, well, in some senses, just as good as Mousesports were, where they have all the money in the world. They don't have to worry. They can always have their best, most ideal setups. There's never any hard decisions to make for them on the CT side. So if Mousesports need to create that.
Yeah, well, we will soon see if they do. The unpause should be coming in soon. So again, Mousesports are now 1 round ahead of FaZe. It was 11-4, it's 11-10 now. So yet to win a round on the T side.
Yeah, and that situation I was talking about could be this round where that actually starts to happen for Mousesports, because FaZe only have money on one player. There's one player with 3K and one player with 6K. Everyone else has basically $0 more or less. So if Mousesports can win this round, they can start to send FaZe into the kind of some kind of turmoil economically and force maybe very suboptimal buys, and that's the way in. But they need this round. They really need this round. It has to happen now for them to have a good shout at this map.
We have aggression towards Banana, and Fox has rotated towards the A sites as well. So CT's mixing things up, maybe because of this force coming in, gives Mousesports some time to talk about a different approach. And it seems that maybe FaZe will try to jump them on that. So Fox holding an aggressive angle towards second mid. Mousesports, though, are being passive, slowing things down. So maybe that's a discussion that has been had while chrisJ fixed whatever needed to be fixed. Moving towards the B bomb site now are the T's. You can see Fox going back to his usual bomb site. However, how far will he go? Obviously, can't take up his normal aggressive position. He's crossing to the site now, so they'll have nobody in a CT position. Oh, this is mad cheeky. So he's cleared Banana by himself. Jacob's come in for support though, and indeed he's going to have a similar position to his normal. So sandbags with the Molotov, the flash comes in, but no connection for either side yet. So Mousesports take a bit of map control. The bomb is further back on Banana, so FaZe won't know where the bomb is just yet. There are nades coming in towards Arch as well. So the CTs will be lacking info. That's going to force Rain back a little bit.
Wow. Fox is still, it was, even just then, he was still trying to play close. It was like 3 times he's trying to almost repeat this angle, where if they just try to push, he just gets wrecked. And jkaem is going to fall straight away. Fox is going to fall straight away. There's no defense. It is a shutout. There is one player in construction here for the CTs. Rain is sitting in there, but there's nothing he can really do except just hold on to this real estate. Now FaZe have the decision to make. Just as I said, their economy is in a bad place right now. They need at least 2 people to survive to have an okay buy in the next round. If Mousesports realize this and try to go for the kills and get them, that'd be great. But I don't see that to be too realistic, because FaZe just go immediately for the save. NiKo, ooh, did he check this? Oh, NiKo! Jumping around the corner, able to find that kill. That's a pretty big deal. And now it's going to be just 2 people surviving so far for FaZe. I don't think that the teams will find them. If we just quickly check the money, you'll be able to see the effect here. We can hold down the tab. I guess we can't.
Show me the money.
We'll see it now anyways. So usually I like to add the bonus, James, to prove that I can do math, you know, before we get to this screen. But so you can see right now that the drops are possible. Obviously, jkaem had 6K in the previous round, 3K already on Fox. So Fox can just buy for himself. jkaem can drop 1 and with 2 saved, then you know they're okay. But this is where Mousesports can take control of the match now. Mousesports just need this round. It brings them to 13. That brings FaZe to an eco.
Look how late this
brings Mousesports to 14. And there you go, Mousesports could close it.
That is a hilariously late exit from CT spawn. From the entire team.
Why don't they punish Fox, James? Why don't they do it? And there's almost like a trigger for you at this point.
The funny thing is they were in T-spawn for like 15 seconds just swapping weapons around. Yeah. So he wasn't even in the correct spot this time. Some more flashes coming in, but he is just in the middle of nowhere, moving back to a reasonable position now. I love how ruthlessly aggressive Fox is with the AWP.
He doesn't care, does he? He just doesn't care about time.
That is confidence, like yes. Like, screw you and your team and all your strats and your nades.
Although last round didn't work out too well. It's got completely destroyed.
Of course.
But here you go. chrisJ's going to try to challenge him. This is a big moment in this round. Let's see if chrisJ can pull it off. Oh, he spots the elbow.
Dirty. Fox was holding the off angle there. and shoots him. The elbow again.
Do they call
elbows have been a big problem in this match, Dan.
Orpa's elbow, perhaps?
I think we can.
We can call it Orpa's elbow, where you just get wrecked in the elbow.
So he clearly had a read.
No rehabilitation there, James.
He clearly had a read. Obviously, part of it was he was late out spawn, so maybe he would have had his usual position, but based on not being fast out spawn, his position was adjusted well.
Yep.
And came out nice. NiKo looking to cause problems over towards Arch while the push comes in, but Fox is still the man in charge here towards B bomb site. 3 kills for him, leaving Nex alone to take down Fox finally. Taken there, it's gonna. Ooh, I think he shot Nex in the head actually. And Rain will finish him off. So the AWP should be saved for Fox. They can find it, looking for it, can't find it. And they can't buy it either. So that could be quite an impact in this round, considering Fox got 3 kills there.
Yeah, obviously, it's really interesting due to the fact that, but just also that I think Mousesports did realize that the way that Fox plays B is incredible. It can be very risky if you play to essentially counter an Orpa who's more or less solo in these spots, which can often allow him a shot, but he can't fall back, which is typically like the strength of an AWP, is that you find a position where you can always fall back and take the shot, so that if you hit that shot, you're untradeable. That's like one of the biggest strengths of an AWP. But we get more aggression here. They really seem convinced that B is the way to go. I kind of agree with them. Here we see the pop flash going in. It's going to work out well. The spray for jkaem doesn't happen. And because there's no AWP, James, Fox just can't decimate everyone, and they can actually get in the site here. Rain's going to be wrapping around to construction, but can he do anything?
I'm actually super surprised that they held such aggressive positions with Mir M4s, because the trades are almost, well, they shouldn't go in your favor. In that situation, when the flashes are coming in, you can't do anything. Well, I don't know what Spiidi's doing, but he's dead, Dan. Let's probably better off that way in this round. 3 versus 3 now. CT's coming in for a retake here. kioShiMa's coming in from CT spawn. We've got a player over towards, I think, Rain's in construction as well. Denis has nobody answering for his frag. kioShiMa gets taken down. More trades coming in. Down to 1 versus 1. chrisJ behind the fountain can't do it. Seems Denis was just he was over towards first oranges, got taken down from construction, and no one could answer the frag, and they lost the round.
But Spiidi, that's like one of those spots where maybe I don't know what the hell he's. He probably thinks, oh god, I hope no one saw that.
That's one of those shows where people send tapes in from home, right? Someone's like,
Jeremy Beadle
at the barbecue and falling into the swimming pool.
Oh my god, Jeremy Beadle was like before YouTube was YouTube.
Yeah.
You send it to Jeremy Beadle on
rest in
VHS.
Peace, Mr. Beadle, yeah.
Your home videos.
I loved that. That was my favourite show.
Was it really?
Yeah, along with Noel's house party.
Oh yeah.
I love that stuff. Anyway, 3-man push now from FaZe on the corner of B. It seems they know nothing except for aggression, and Fox is creeping on the angle. He always gets a frag, Dan. He always gets a frag. And now we have the 2-man spray down coming in. 1 for Jake, 1 for kioShiMa. But things being even up with the Tech 9s. There's so many flashes coming in. FaZe getting wrecked by the flashbangs. kioShiMa, though, makes it back to the site. And he's got a teammate in tow. That's Rain. So FaZe able to hold here. Do
you know what FaZe should do now is they should actually just they should do a second mid to quad rush. I think because because FaZe, if they now keep playing 3 early into B early in the round, because Mousesports have showed that they can and will try to rush into banana. And what people rarely do is rush towards A. And if you have 3 in the early timing, thinking it's safe towards banana, and the team rushes A, then you just don't have players in position. That's not the case in this round though, so they can't counter-strat them in that sense, and they're going to play a slow round up mid anyway. But this time, for aizy in the bedrooms, we have more aggressive play in the apartments from FaZe. FaZe in that full position, and that means that they kind of spread out here on the defense. I wonder if they'll be able to actually hold Mousesports here. Mousesports again exploding onto the bomb site now. Oh, Denis has a great engagement there. Takes down kioShiMa. NiKo with the UMP, and out of nowhere, Mousesports have the bomb site.
FaZe, Rain is still in the library section. Can't reload in time. Next, take him down. So it's Fox versus 3, and he's got $800 in the bank, Dan. What is the play? He is going to have to run away.
Oh, wait, how much does the rest of the team have?
Oh, that's a bit messy, Dan.
Yeah. So I mean, they just won a round. So if we just look at the money, we can do the math, the cost of math. Let's go. We can add everything up, James, if we can see the scoreboard. Can we have the scoreboard? There we go. So aizy's going to have 5,450, and everyone else 3k essentially, and 2.5 and 1.7. So they're pretty broke, James. they are in a lot of trouble. But with the AWP, they're probably going to be force buying here, which is scary.
It's really hard to see. Well, this is a difficult situation, isn't it?
It's really,
Let's see how you have 15 seconds to make your decision. Make it fast.
Yeah, they're just going to force buy. But
Yeah.
I think that's the only option.
I think you have to. Yeah, I think if Fox has an AWP, you got to buy around Fox.
Yeah.
On Inferno if you're FaZe.
But they know that the T's know he saved the AWP too. So this should be some information. Like Fox is one of those like top AWPers that doesn't actually rotate on this map very much.
Dan. There's 4 of them on Banana, Dan. They could use a Molotov at least. They could at least use the Molotov, Dan.
They used the flash. They used the flash. That's
I'll take that. I'll take that.
And they get the frag here. Fox will actually survive. He's not the one that gets abused too heavily. He does lose half his health though, but the rotation is coming in. Oh, there's no rotation from the CTs. They're non-believers right now.
Like, you got this, Fox. You got this.
God.
I like Fox just delaying as much as possible. Nice. But Mousesports are going to have to read that there was a rotation. Indeed, there is eventually one coming in, as Fox does not have any means to counter flash, nade, smoke, anything.
Maybe Fox just...
Oh! Cantona. Sorry.
All right, well, it looks like the push will come in here. And first player's going for the flashes. Fox on the angle. First frag, second frag, flicks are good. Now Rain appears onto the scene, as it's just 2 players there for Mousesports. chrisJ and Spiidi making their way into the bomb site now. And there's the entry. That's the key one. Just straight up, although Spiidi will lose the health there. Quite a lot of health, down to 24. And the bomb's in Banana, pushing. chrisJ is pushing with the bomb down Banana. Oh, he's going to get taken down mid-range by Max 7.
Dan, what is going on?
They're going to lose the round.
Dan!
What is this? Why didn't he just plant on the, like, why did he not plant? He could have planted safely there. They had the site. Well, unless they have this like crazy suspicion that there's someone in the site still, then you plant there, no?
I don't understand why he wants to check a flank with the bomb.
Well, no, but that's the thing, like, he must... if you have the bomb, you're not checking a flank. You're going to plant the bombs elsewhere, surely, because you would not do that. That's completely ridiculous shapes.
He lost to Max 7 as well. From range.
Mid-range? What? Oh my god, what a mess. What a goddamn mess. Oh my goodness gracious me. How do you talk about that round? I don't know, I don't know what chrisJ was... Okay. How do you explain that? How do you explain that to all the people, all the viewers at home, James, who need answers?
They've got to move on. Fox has got to get into shotgun mode, but he can't fire a single bullet, not a gun. jkaem's in construction though, which is really important because if he can hold this, he doesn't even need to push. He's not going to hold it then. So it's a 5 versus 3 now. Only 2 of these players have Kevlar.
Oh god.
Here come the CTs. There's another CT down. They finally got a kill down, but not on one of these Kevlar guys. They are heavily tagged though. It could be death by paper cuts here for the Mousesports side, but it's just aizy versus 4. So Mousesports lose the easy round, Dan, and then they win the hard round.
That's so weird, because I'm like, oh, they've lost the match now, or lost the map now. But no, they just... But that's weird because they just walked in there. They just walked in, and it's like, in all the previous rounds, FaZe have been so suspicious of really fast B play that they, in some spots, even put 3 players there to play the trades. Maybe not more than some teams would. Some teams actually like to do that quite a lot because they feel like it's a kind of like one of those corners you can cut, which is really safe. But FaZe haven't done it very much, and this time they get really punished for that fact. So Mousesports rarely show fast A play, or have not in the... Well, FaZe is doing it, but not Mousesports. But anyway...
How many AWP kills have we seen on the T side for Mousesports? I do wonder.
Not really all that many, I don't think.
Yeah, because I almost wonder if they had like 5 rifles and no snipers, if they'd do better.
Yeah, well, I do like the AWP in theory against FaZe, but we can talk about that a little bit later. We do have the pistol playing out for FaZe in every round, obviously very, very important at this point. We get some flashes in towards our side. Do like that, we like some flashes. Blind kioShiMa, he will die. Thanks to the AK of chrisJ. And CTs are going to lose this round, so Mousesports will go to 15. So Mousesports can still make this a 2-map victory. But
will they, Dan?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But will they?
It's like the spot. So often we've had, recently in a lot of the NA matches, because we've seen such a prevalence in the NA games of teams on Force Spies just being somehow able to level the disadvantage, or actually no, they don't necessarily level this disadvantage, but their opponents who have the guns do, by playing suboptimally and allowing the pistols to play at much less of a disadvantage than you would expect. And we see all those rounds won a lot more than we should, I think. That's always very scary.
I don't think that NiKo should be hunting on his own with the AWP, even though it's NiKo. Just in case he gets traded. There are 3 CTs alive.
He's a wild stallion, James. You just gotta let him run free. You can't shackle him down. You can't keep him in captivity. You gotta let him be free.
Like what's that big black horse?
Like what? Like a wild stallion, like I just
Black
said?
Beauty.
Oh, Black Beauty. Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't
A
Black Beauty
specific
stallion?
one.
Okay, a specific stallion.
All I know is
called
horse.
Black Beauty.
All I know is horse, right? I don't know about stallions.
All I know is horse.
The only stallion I know is bloody Rocky. What's his name? Sylvester
Stallone. Sly.
The Italian stallion, right?
Well then, we shall have Mousesports here looking to close out the game against inferior weaponry, looking to take their superior weaponry into the apartments. Perhaps there is a viewing on. Let's see if they can get into this bomb site. They got a bit of a poke up middle as well. So they're really not messing around in this round. They're just setting up for a quick split onto the A bomb site. Spiidi straight out there. Oh, he's going to spot the setup there. Just standing on the balcony, just on the fence there, and he's going to be able to get one frag. The trades come in right here for Mousesports. They're looking good right now to take the bomb site. 4 versus 2, and FaZe are in trouble, James.
Fox and jkaem, all that remain. jkaem moving through CT spawn at the moment to join his teammate. The smoke goes down. Perfect timing. That is a humongous problem. Seems like they're going to try and use their own smoke as a wall, perhaps. Ooh, bit of a poking going on there from Boiler. So information spotted. What can FaZe really do in this situation next? Is just making a nuisance of himself, coming back down for the 3rd time, leaving Fox alone. Fox unable to do it. Mousesports with a few hiccups, a few bumps in the road down, or potholes, if you will.
Yeah.
Will finally take it over the line. 16-14, 2-0 for Mousesports. Not the result we expected, perhaps.
I was liking FaZe's form in recent matches and stuff, but Mousesports. This is the cool thing with Mousesports and FaZe, is that in some ways they are quite similar teams. So they both are teams that struggle or can struggle on the T side, generating consistency or having caught the level of coordination or maybe strategical depth that they need to have good T sides on a lot of these maps. One thing is irrefutable though, their skill as individual players and in a lot of isolated situations like you could find on the CT side is very, very, very high level. So this is a team that they can always be a danger, especially depending on what side they start on. So it was very cool to see that. And we have some highlights as well to look over the action that we just witnessed here in these two with these two teams, very highly individually skilled teams.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, Mousesports, generally speaking, are going in the right direction, and I think, well, I hope that they're starting to make less mistakes and more of their plays are turning up. I mean, we've seen great performances from Nex, especially recently. He was up there top fragging with chrisJ in this map, which is really good. And again, like 2 dominating CT halves, I think. That's awesome, yeah. That is ridiculous.
Love it.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, obviously, it seems that their T sides are what really needs development. They seem to be okay at playing the CT side, holding the angles, and reacting to the opposition trying to impose their will. But then when it comes down to the T sides, they leave something to be desired. And again, great performances from Fox. Still yet to be named, of course.
This is one of the things, though, is that with the CT setups of the Mousesports side, those did feel more dynamic. I felt like there's a bit more depth there. But with the setups of FaZe, it felt like there's a little bit less depth. And if you looked at Fox's AWPing, you're thinking, okay, they must be able to find ways to exploit that because he is playing so aggressively, and they're kind of letting him do that because you can obviously. There's so many ways to nade the position. There's so many ways to, and you can see that they were figuring out, like they were trying to play faster paces. And some of the key rounds they did win were by punishing his aggression, by him being out of position and getting really close so that he can get a shot off, but he can't fall back in time. And so they were working it out. But yeah, maybe this should be perhaps something to tell FaZe that maybe Fox should play a little bit more dynamically on the on the map. Play a bit in an A one round. Start off on A. We see a lot of AWPers do that. They'll take a shot at A, rotate back, vice versa. But he is pretty damn good at what he does, though.
He is
very
good.
It is hard to argue.
Well, that's going to bring our European broadcast to a close. Later on, Henry and Matt will be back. We're going to have NRG versus TSM and Cloud9 versus Luminosity. So those are our 2 North American games coming up in about 2 hours from now. So in the meantime, I'm sure they'll be on the VR in the back. So we'll see you 2 hours from now. Thank you for tuning in. And Matt and Henry, we'll see you later.